So how many notes is too much? I still haven't found the answer to that. Some might assume that 53 notes in an octave is overkill, but in my limited experience with the 53 EDO tuning, I can see why it's been so revered over the years. Today, we will look at how this mapping provides enough flavors to bake a cake, and how it utilizes its plethora of notes to, at times, get you very close to the pure tuning of just intonation. Howdy folks, it's Dave, and it is time to talk about the 53 EDO tuning, which of course means we get a whopping 53 notes in one octave, all equally spaced from each other. Now I will admit, when I first went to play this tuning, I was a little intimidated, but it's actually really intuitive to play. Now I'm going to take a second here to talk about how this mapping is notated, but if this doesn't make any sense to you, that is totally okay. It's really about how this tuning sounds. But if you saw the 22 EDO video I did, I talked about two new accidentals that are used to notate it. The comma up, that is represented by this hat symbol here, and the comma down, which is represented by a V, which basically means that it raises or lowers the pitch by less than a chromatic semitone. Let's just run through a few notes here sequentially so you can get an idea of what I mean. So each step increases up this axis by 22.6 cents. I will stop there for the sake of time. Remember, there are multiple ways that folks notate all these different notes, but this is the system that makes the most sense to me, so that's what I'm doing here. Okay, with that out of the way, let's take a moment to explore the new flavors of thirds. We've got plenty here. Okay, so to start off here, we've got the INFRA minor, the sub minor, the Pythagorean minor, the just minor, the SUPRA minor, the sub major, the just major, the Pythagorean major, the super major, and finally the ultra major. So I'm going to refrain from blurting out a cooking pun right now, but damn, that is a lot of new flavors. All right, so part of what makes this tuning so great is we get a lot of intervals that are super close to the pure tuning of just intonation. We will do an episode devoted to just intonation in the future, but let me just explain it in a nutshell real quick. So when you play any given note, it produces a series of harmonic overtones, and all these overtones are notes that are in the same key of that fundamental note you played, and they are at the purest tuning possible, but they are not evenly spaced from each other. For convenience, in equal temperament tunings like this one, we equally divide the octave so all notes are spaced from each other by the same amount of cents. This allows us to switch keys and transpose, but we do lose that quality in tuning when we make everything equal. Each equally divided tuning will have some intervals that are closer to just tuning, while others are further away. Well, in 53 EDO, we get a lot of intervals that approximate really well to JI. Okay, let's start by looking at the perfect fifth. Now in 12 EDO, the perfect fifth is already pretty perfect. It sits 700 cents above the root note and is only 1.96 cents flat of JI's fifth. But if you demand more perfection, the perfect fifth here is only flat by 0.07 cents. Now they say humans can only hear a difference about 5 to 6 cents, so technically it shouldn't even matter. But if you believe in magic, and I hope you do, Perhaps there's some sort of unquantifiable resonance that's produced when we play these slight differences. Let's go back to a couple of those flavors of thirds we played. The just major third here provides much more of a noticeable difference. Coming in only 1.4 cents flat of JI, whereas in 12 EDO it falls 13.69 cents sharp. So let's compare the two. The just minor third is also a real beauty, being only 1.34 cents sharp of JI, whereas in 12 EDO it's flat about 15.64 cents. The major 6 is also quite notable. It's 1.34 cents flat of JI, and in 12 tone, it's 15.64 cents sharp. As with most EDOs above 12, we have access to the lovely harmonic 7. Which is 4.76 cents sharp. I really love this chord. There's really no comparison in 12. It really is a palpable feeling when you're playing these intervals. I also just love how this mapping fits like a glove on the Lumatone. It really utilizes all 280 keys perfectly. Combine that with the overall resonance of the tuning and it's just a joy to play. So clearly I am only scratching the surface here. There is an insane amount of options here for harmony. It also provides the ability to play in so many different styles, from Turkish makam to Hindustani classical, and plenty of open string tunings from around the world. So we definitely will come back to it. But much love to you all for watching and subscribing. Take care, folks.